Hi everyone, this is Susie. So today we're going to be making a peach and raspberry crisp, and these are the ingredients we'll be using. I'm going to be serving this with a little bit of coconut bliss ice cream on the side or on top, however you like it. And we have some peaches, raspberries. I'm going to use a little bit of orange zest, but you can use lemon zest instead. I have some flour with a pinch of salt. I have a little bit of brown sugar and regular sugar. I have some cinnamon, and then for the topping I have some earth balance, some whole wheat flour, some brown sugar, some old-fashioned oats, and some chopped pecans, and we're also going to be adding a little bit of cinnamon and salt to the topping as well. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so I have about 1.5 cups of peaches and a little bit more than a cup of raspberries. And I don't peel my peaches, but you can peel them if you like. I don't mind the skin, so I'm just going to leave it on. And we're just going to pour that in there. And I have 1 tablespoon of sugar. You can either do the vegan cane sugar or vegan brown sugar. It's up to you. I have a little tiny bit of both. And then I have, I think it's 1 tablespoon of whole wheat flour and a pinch of salt. And we're going to add a pinch of cinnamon. I think it's less than 1/4 of a teaspoon. And I'm going to add some orange zest. Mix that. And now we're going to fold in the raspberries. And now we're just going to set this aside. So now we're going to do the topping. And I have 1.5 tablespoons of butter. Originally I did it with 3 tablespoons, but I'm trying to cut down on the butter, so I'm going to start with 1.5. And then I have 1/3 cup of whole wheat pastry flour, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, or you can use white vegan, just the regular vegan cane sugar. And I'm going to add about 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. This is Vietnamese cinnamon, and a pinch of salt. And I am preheating my oven at 350 degrees, and I'm just going to go in and mix this really well. Okay, and this is what our topping looks like. So it doesn't need any more butter because you can see it retains its shape. The way you would know if it needs more butter, if there was a whole bunch of white flour, if you could see like a whole bunch of white flour still that wasn't incorporated, then you would know you need more butter, but we don't. Okay, so now I'm going to add I think it's like 2 tablespoons of old-fashioned oats, and just a tiny bit, like half a palmful of walnuts or pecans, whatever you guys prefer. And we're just going to stir that in. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. And you could always like double the portion of this, and I think people just say that you can just freeze it, like store it in a freezer, and that way you can just take it out to use it whenever you make any type of fruit crisp. So if you think it needs more sugar, you can just add more sugar or more cinnamon, but I think it's pretty good. I think I'm also going to add a tiny dash of ground nutmeg, just a tiny pinch. Okay, so there's the topping, and there's the fruit filling. And I buttered my baking dish, and now I'm just going to add the fruit. just going to add the topping. Oh my goodness. This looks so good. I haven't had this in a very, very long time. So I think I had a little bit left over of the topping because usually I do this one, which is the 8 by 6 by 2, but since I'm doing it in a smaller one, that's why I had a little bit extra of the topping. But just so you know, so if you want to do this one, you could probably make one with a little bit more fruit, and you would have enough topping for a little bit more fruit in this one, because usually like the layer would be like really, really thin. But that's why I wanted to make it in that one, so you have those two options. Okay, so I want you to take a look at it before we put it in the oven. And I'm just going to stick it in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes in my oven. It might take less in your oven, okay? So start checking at about like 20 minutes or so. So we'll be back. So this recipe was inspired by Barefoot Contessa. This is the original recipe. However, I did tweak it a little bit, but I took the idea from this recipe from back in the day. Okay, so here you have it. Oh my goodness, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. So it was 30 minutes. Like I say, in my oven. It might take less in your oven, and I'm gonna let it cool for a tiny bit before I taste it, okay? Okay, so I have some of the Coconut Bliss, the Vanilla Island flavor, and I took a tiny bit to give it a taste. So let's dig in. Ah! Okay. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, this is so good. Mm. Oh my god. This is amazing. Amazing. So good, you guys. So, so good. Mm. Oh my god. This is fabulous. Mm. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Amazing. So this is super delicious. I hope you guys give this one a try. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.